Jurgen Klopp, one of the best managers the Premier League has ever seen, is set to leave Liverpool at the end of the 2023-24 season. Arne Slot is all but confirmed to replace him. Klopp is leaving after a successful reign at Liverpool, where he restored honour and glory to the Merseyside club. Can Arne continue the good work done by Klopp, keep the club's key players, continue the club's silverware success? Many think not. But there is a scary truth about Arne Slot that nobody is noticing. Liverpool FC is not only known for its extensive trophy cabinet, but also famous for providing football fans with entertaining, attacking football and boasting one of the most passionate fan bases in sport. Liverpool's a club with a beautiful history. The iconic history of one of the best clubs in Europe began in 1892 when the club was founded. The early days were rocky for the English team, but they attained great heights in the 1970s and 80s. Liverpool then began to decline in the 1990s and started making promising improvements in the early 2000s, but Liverpool's history really took a turn for the worse in the 2010s. This bad run in the early 2010s led to the signing of their messiah, Jurgen Klopp, in October 2015. There were some positives in the early 2010s for Liverpool, and there were glimmers of light. There was the League Cup victory under Kenny Dalglish in 2011-12, and a title push under Brendan Rodgers in 2013-14, but the club had only finished in the top four once in the 6 seasons before Klopp's arrival. The German arrived at Anfield after taking a short break from football following an impressive 7-year stay with Borussia Dortmund in the Bundesliga. After 9 seasons managing Liverpool, Klopp has successfully transformed the team's fortunes, rebuilding them into one of the strongest clubs in European football after years of being below par. Klopp has done well in the league and on the European stage. He led the Reds to the UEFA Europa League final in 2015-16 and the UEFA Champions League final in 2017-18, although both matches ended in defeat. But the Reds finally won the Champions League in the 2018-19 season under the tutelage of Jurgen Klopp. Klopp's time in the Prem has been a little unlucky, as he's been competing with one of the best teams the world has ever seen, Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. In the 2018-19 season, Klopp's Reds finished just a point behind champions Manchester City, despite losing only 1 game in the entire season and achieving a whopping 97 points, which is, of course, the record for the highest ever points total for not winning the league. Regardless, Klopp triumphed in style in the next season, the 2019-20 season. The Reds won the league title, setting a new record for the earliest title success by winning the league with 7 matches to spare and equaling the 32 wins set by Manchester City in the 2017-18 and 2018-19 seasons. Klopp also led Liverpool to win the FIFA Club World Cup, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup during his time at the club, really allowing the fans to remember what it feels like to win silverware. But every beautiful story must have an end, and as great as Klopp's time in Liverpool has been, he's leaving at the end of the season, and Arne Slot is set to replace him. Now, Jurgen Klopp is a huge fan of Arne. "I like the way his team plays football," he said. "All the things I hear about him as a guy, a good guy. Some people I know him. I don't know him yet. Some people tell me he's a really good guy, and I like that a lot. A good coach and a good guy. I'm looking forward to seeing if he's the solution or the man. I'm more than happy. It's not up to me to judge these things, but it all sounds good to me." So, who is Arne Slot? Well, Arne Slot is a Dutch professional football manager and former player who's currently the manager of Eredivisie club Feyenoord. Born on September 17, 1978, Slot started his management career in 2013 with the youth team of PEC Zwolle. After a year at the club, he was appointed as the assistant coach of Henk de Jong at Cambuur. In 2017, Slot then left the club to join AZ, working as an assistant to John van den Brom. On December 10, 2018, it was announced that Slot would succeed Van der Brom as head coach of AZ Alkmaar for the 2019-20 season. His reign was successful. Slot became the first coach to win 19 points in his first 8 Eredivisie games. He finished second that season and reached the round of 32 of the UEFA Europa League. Then, on December 15, 2020, Feyenoord announced that the club had reached a deal with Slot for him to become the club's new coach at the start of the 2021-22 season. Slot was appointed to build a new team with a recognisable playing style. During Slot's first season, Feyenoord reached the round of 16 in European football for the first time in 20 years, and later went on to reach the final of the inaugural European Conference League, where they lost in the final 1-0 to Roma. Slot was awarded the Rinus Michels Award for Eredivisie Manager of the Year. He won the award again after a successful 2022-23 season, and so far the 23-24 season has also been a beautiful one for Slot. So Arne Slot is currently one of the best managers in Europe. He's famous for getting results while developing players and playing attractive, attacking football. He's known as a passionate leader who gets the most out of his players and demands a strong work ethic. At Feyenoord, after a historic win against Ajax, Slot said to his team, "The reason why we are where we are today is because you work your ass off every day. But it's only a win. I mean, it's a big win, but we have a bigger goal this season than winning for the first time in 17 years in Amsterdam," he said. This win in March 2023 was indeed the first time Feyenoord had beaten Ajax away since August 2005. Slot's preferred system is 4-2-3-1, with a double pivot, one number 10, two wingers, and a central striker. Pep Guardiola and Roberto De Zerbi have been two major influences on his career and the way he likes his teams to play. Slot is a huge fan of Pep and has actually been dubbed the Dutch Pep Guardiola by the British press for his high-pressing attacking style, much beloved by the Feyenoord fans. In several interviews, Slot has cited Guardiola as his role model. "Players always look very good under him," he said, and the same players seem worse with managers before and after him. Slot does not enjoy football which is considered negative. He's not a fan of parking the bus like Jose Mourinho, for example. When he faced Mourinho in the conference final, Slot was involved in a heated exchange with Jose and made it clear he didn't enjoy the way his team operated. After the match, when asked if he had been watching many of Roma's matches in preparation for his two-legged tie, Slot responded, "Their style of football achieves results, but I prefer to watch Manchester City and Napoli. I'm very honest about that." One clear thing is that Slot is an attack-minded manager. He believes he needs to dwell more on scoring goals than on defending. "I say to Feyenoord," he said, "you have to ensure that you create 4 times as many chances as your opponent and work twice as hard." Slot always wants to be in control of the match. When asked about comparison with Guardiola, he said, "I don't want to compare myself with Pep at all, but he's a control freak, just like me." Arne plays modern-day attacking football. His philosophy is actually very similar to that of Guardiola. He admitted to himself when he said, "Look, I don't want to compare Feyenoord with City, but we more or less play football according to the same philosophy, 4-3-3, building up from the back, wanting to put pressure on the opponent rather quickly." The transition from Klopp to Slot sounds good for Liverpool. Arne Slot is a lover of good attacking football, and as a result, he'll be able to put the current attack-minded Liverpool squad to beautiful use. Arne is actually similar to Klopp when it comes to personality as well. They're both loud and fierce, they hate losing, and they're ready to give their all. Marcel van der Kraan thinks Arne is actually very similar to Jurgen. He's very cheery, he's very similar to Jurgen Klopp, he stated. One of the major determinants of a manager's success is the love from his players. The likelihood of Arne being successful as the coach of Liverpool seems high, not only because he has an attacking mindset like Klopp, but because the current top players actually love the idea of having him as their next coach. "I think Arne Slot might be one of the better Dutch coaches at this moment," Van Dijk stated. "I think the way he plays and the philosophy he has suggests he could be a great Liverpool coach," said the Liverpool captain. So can he keep hold of these key players that have been so important to Liverpool's success over the last few years? Players like Van Dijk, Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Alisson. Or could he use the money generated from these players if they do leave to successfully reinvest and rebuild the squad? So what do you think? Do you think Slot is the best bet for Liverpool? Do you think he's likely to be successful if he does indeed become Liverpool's next manager? Let us know what you think in the comments section. Please subscribe to us for more, and we'll see you in the next video.